It's a pleasure to talk to you both about this passion project. David mentioned something very interesting about this being emotionally authentic. How do you go there?
I'd say absolutely. It was one of the most visceral, deep immersion kind of experiences I know for all of us, and it started long before we started shooting. It began in in our training, and in the environment that Dave created for us and demanded of us. And when we walked on the set for that first day, first of all, we'd spent the night out under our tank because we're wackos, looking back.
Yeah, he's joking that
But-
you would never get off it anyway.
Yeah, I loved it. I love my tank. It's my tank too.
It's hard to give your actor direction when you constantly have to climb up the tank and find him in the hatch.
Well, there's something, it's a beast. There's some animal characteristic to it. It's a very powerful beast, but there is also something transformative of being inside it, and it's almost the quiet.
The immersion.
There's a lot of chaos going on outside, even on the set, let alone an actual war zone, and the immersion inside, and the bond had already been created with us 5 very smelly individuals. Wasn't just it shows. It shows.
It's
Yeah.
a house. It's a movie about a family, and that's their house. Their house happens to have a cannon and tracks, but it's...
And no bathroom.
And no bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't stop them. But,
Authenticity.
yeah, they'd eat in there, they'd sleep in there, they'd operate the weapons systems in there, and the cast learned how to do all of that. And, there was no doubt it was Brad's house. He controlled it. He told them what to do.
Your tank.
But it was fascinating to see how comfortable they got with it. I was so nervous as a director, especially the first time we got them on a tank, and to see how hesitant they were and the movement. And towards the end, eventually, they could run up and down it, get everything off, get everything back on. It was second nature to them.
Well, on that behalf, it was very important that you guys were like a band of brothers, especially on set. So for those young actors who get intimidated by your fame, what's the best method to make them get over it?
Boot camp tore all that down. We were very polite and friendly and actory towards each other, and that was gone by day one. Yeah.
But I also think one of the things I do is I put them through martial arts training and have them fight each other. And actors are interesting. They're very, very, very competitive. Very competitive. And
No, I'm not.
That's because you're Brad Pitt.
Am I being competitive?
Right now, yeah.
Yes, we are. No, we are.
But there's an honesty to fighting.
Yeah.
And there's nothing more honest than seeing how someone reacts to getting punched in the face. So there's there's a truth that they learn about each other through fighting, through living together, through rehearsal. And I think that, if I was going to say, how's Brad as an actor towards other actors, no one should be intimidated by him in the sense that he's there to work, he's giving, he's open, and he's someone you can learn from. I learned a lot from him, and I'm sure the other cast did too.
And may I say such a nice guy, because I've met you several times, and it's always the case. So
Thank you.
it's,
Not on this one.
No, well, yeah, because that's cinema. Well, that was my next point. This is a movie. We want audiences to take out from it to honor the real events. So what were you hoping, both of you, that audiences take out of this and come out of?
Oh, there's much to say to that. I mean, first, it would mean everything to me, the ultimate compliment, with the vets who give up their time to speak with us and train us, and from the Second World War to current wars, could say, I recognize something in there, that it pays off for them in that way. I'll let you speak about the intentions of the film, but to me, it's not romanticized. It gets down to what I understand about war, the heart of war, that I'm here to kill you, or you're here to kill me, and one of us is going to come out of this, and that's the simplicity of the job. It can't get any clearer than that, and it's a place where brutality must thrive, and also that it's not necessarily in our nature. and so this psychic trauma of all that. I mean, as a human being, you only have so much emotional currency, and how do you endure? Not just physically, the horrendous conditions of no food, no sleep, cold, and being shot at, but how do you keep yourself human after witnessing and doing what you are there to do?
Yeah, absolutely. No way to romanticize this.
Exactly. It's, World War II is such a big event that it's almost incomprehensible. And it's been so mythologized and so romanticized. And I wanted to show that these were people, these were our grandfathers, these were our relatives fighting, and they're people. And they're fighting, in this movie there's civilians, and there's consequences, and there's difficult choices. And, war is dehumanizing, but within this environment, there's a family that's created. You bond together like a family to survive emotionally, and those bonds are universal, and those will be the strongest bonds that a person has in their life, is that brotherhood of war. And within the inhumanity, there is humanity, is, I think, the message.
Finally, Brad, as a producer and an actor, how important that projects are for you, passion projects versus just interesting ones?
Well, I mean, they all have to speak to me on some personal level anymore to invest my time in it and take my time away from home and my kids. So it's everything. I'm not here for any other reason.
I can just speak to, he read the script and it was like, stop the presses, I'm doing the movie. Kind of haven't seen that visceral.
That's rare for me as well, though, too.
Yeah.